This is part 2 of my interview with Starlight Daryl and Wunder Riku, where we react to some VTuber music together. In this reaction, we're going to be checking out Libera, which was a composition by Riku, where the singer was Rita Kamishiro. Then we're going to be checking out Myth's Bad Ending, which is one of Daryl's songs. Oh my god, that was amazing. And then we're going to check out Stellar, the first take performance of that by VTuber Hoshimachi Suisei, and also Love Me, Love Me, Love Me, the Nerissa Ravencroft cover, which if you're an Otto fan, we already checked out. Aishta, 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 which is the same song. This is going to be the English lyric version by Nerissa Ravencroft. So that's what we're going to check out in this one. If you want to see the first part 1 of the interview, then that's going to be a link down in this Patreon link, as well as down in the description of this YouTube video. So hope you enjoy that. On to the video. Okay, now here we are. We're going to be listening to some music together. And the first thing we're going to start off with here, this is a composition by Riku. This is Sunday fan song Libera Me. And this, you want to just share a little bit about this collaboration before we listen to, we're just going to, I'll put all the links down in the description. We're just going to be listening to a little teaser of this for you all, both this one and also Daryl's composition, but both links are down there. I have a feeling I'm probably going to be breaking down both of these songs in their entirety, but we're just going to get a little bit of a sample now here. So Riku, if you could tell us a little bit about this song and this collaboration you did with Rita Kamishiro, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so last year, myself and Rita Kamishiro entered a songwriting contest for the video game Honkai Star Rail, and we ended up getting first place, which was incredible.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. And as part of that, we were then commissioned to write a song for a character called Sunday, who was kind of one of the final boss characters of that arc of Honkai Star Rail, and they were getting released as a playable character. So we were tasked to write this song, and we created this song that was really about the this push and pull of ideals between Sunday and his sister Robin. And the singer Rita Kamishiro is a VTuber herself, amazing vocalist and songwriter too. And she sang both parts. She sang the parts of Robin, the sister, and Sunday, the brother. So
interesting. Yeah. Okay.
So I thought you might be interested in listening to this one for that reason.
Let's check it out. Well, that's right up my alley. Okay. And are there animatics at all with this one that we should mention the artist at all, or what about the animatics?
We had a really great team of animators kind of working on this.
Reverie, I'm seeing Reverie in the name here. Assistant animator Naki Kamitsuki. Visual artists Uxian. Nananon. Okay, wow, cool. Yeah, it's I was reacting to, Epic the musical. Have you heard about that at all? The Epic
Oh yeah.
I reacted to the whole thing. And
wow.
It was, I mean, I knew nothing about visual arts animation, but it was so fascinating seeing the community create all of these amazing animatics with that. Wow. So, all right, here we go. We're going to jump in. Let's do it. Let's check it out. Sunday fan song Libera Me, Rita Kamishiro, and Wunder Riku. Here we go.
In a dream, you built your cage. Darkness of night will disguise all the pain. The bird might be safe if you take its wings away.
Goosebumps, wow.
Reach for the sky,
that's
hope for it all. Think you can fly, but you've never had to fall. Break from the chains, go Going from prisoner to slave in the end, the cycle starts again. The harsher you fight, the deeper the wounds, the bigger the heartache. The higher you climb, the bigger the drop, the harder the soul breaks. The sweeter the dream, the better you feel, the lesser the pain. Don't have to spread your wings again. Why must we wake? Why can't we sleep? Why can't we live inside this dream? If you could have it all, would you leave? Lost in a dream, you built your cage. Darkness of night just disguising the pain. The bird might be safe if you take its wings away. In order to fly, we must learn how to fall. Forever and ever, you must recall a caged bird calling out Libera me. You try to hide your broken bones.
Oh my god! This is so I love the fusion of this, like, I mean, it's so funny. It does have a little bit of this like throwback, like an oratorio piece. Like really in the beginning, this part really does have like
Lost in a dream,
a Mendelssohn piece or something. And then all of a sudden, then we're into like this, then we've got this house beat.
fly, but you never
Then we got that 4 to the floor kick drum happening.
Yeah.
What is happening? Oh, I love it. And then, ooh. So, okay,
Yeah.
the vocal stuff you're talking about here. I hear her tone. Like, so her tone here.
But you've never had to fall.
So she's down. Down. Never had to fall. That's pretty low for a female.
For it all.
Yeah.
Think you
That's pretty low. I mean, she's down on like. Yeah, she's down. We're in kind of like an E minor here. Yeah, she's down in like. She's down low in the basement of her voice. And you
Yeah.
can, you know, so this is the brother, right? That's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rita did like quite a lot of preparation work for this. I mean, she also is a great voice actor as well. So
yeah.
she has like good command over her voice, but she did quite a lot of research into sort of like natural kind of gender formant changing within kind of like your own voice in order to do this, to try and convincingly play these like two characters. And it was amazing when I first got that vocal through to work with in the mix. I was like, is this you?
That's amazing. Yeah.
I had when we went into the studio to record the orchestra part of it, most of the people in the orchestra thought it was me singing on the
Wow. Oh,
I'm like, no, that's Rita.
that's cool. Yeah, it's I'm, you know, I've been a student of singing since I was like in middle school. So what is that? I mean, geez, 40 years I've been tinkering and figuring out all the weird things my voice can do. And I still, to this day, like especially with the beatboxing stuff that I've been studying lately, you know, I've been teaching, like I've been not only like singing opera and musical theater and rock and all this stuff, but like I've been teaching voice for 25 years. So like I've been doing this a long time, and it's very rare that I'm going to hear a vocal sound that I don't understand how to break down. And it's also very rare to hear sounds I can't do. And when I started reacting to beatboxing, I was like, I don't even know what's happening right here. Like, what are these guys doing? Like, what is happening? And so it just, part of it for me was like this challenge of like, Tim, if you're going to like, you got to learn how to do this too. So it's like, I've been on this like journey learning all of these new things vocally, but it never stops. Like the amount of discovery and things that you can do with your voice is like one of the best life journeys you can take yourself on, because it's not like you just have a voice. You just have a voice, and this your voice you're stuck with, and oh well. No, it is an incredibly coordinatable, if that's a word, thing inside of you that you can build and shape, and you know, I mean that's like my whole life's thing. Like
No, I think you're so right. I think every part of music is like that, right? Like there's no like final boss of final level of like learning an instrument or compensate. It's like it's a never ending journey. Like that will like, even when you feel like you have mastered your style or your niche or whatever it is, like then it's like, well, there's like infinite other things that you could learn about now. Like it's such a, I think it's the magical thing about music, really.
I 100% agree. And that's one of those things where when I think about the AI music scene is that I think about that there's so much joy in the study of music, in the skill acquisition of it, in the going from playing clunky guitar chords to playing fluent ones, the joy of figuring out how to access a new register of your voice that you haven't been able to hit before, the joy of like writing a chord progression that you're like, oh my god, I think this sounds good, I think I wrote a chord progression I like there's so much joy in the creation of music from a like in the way of the skill acquisition side of it that I don't. Well, that's one of the things why I'm not super worried about the AI music stuff, and that's because we're all just so curious about hearing about the human experience through music, through each other, and we want it. We want them. You know, I want to know how you express your human condition through music. I want to know that. And, you know, and there's no AI that can ever come between us. Like, we'll find a way to, you know, share music with each other. I don't have a doubt in that. You know, that's really my feeling. I do think that we'll be able to fool each other a little bit, you know, with all the AI stuff. But ultimately, there will be a pushback against that because we crave real stuff, you know? So...
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts on the AI music? Do you guys have any thoughts on that at all? And what's coming? I know.
Oh boy!
Did I open that door?
Oh boy! I will say that like in the VTuber community, there is already a very, very strong pushback against kind of anything AI.
Yeah.
Which I guess from an outsider, people might be like, "Oh, that's strange," because you're all kind of in the digital world already, and wouldn't AI kind of make sense there? But actually, no. Like VTubing is all about connecting as humans. Like that is the fundamental of like what happens in our community. It's about community. It's about connecting as community, and it's also about creating as community. And AI is very much generative AI specifically is very much opposed to that that worldview. So yeah, I'm not necessarily worried about our little pocket of the internet, but I'm worried about lots of others.
Yeah, I think that's one really beautiful thing about the VTubing community is that it is a community built on the backs of, you know, artists, you know, musicians, composers, you know, story writers, right? And you know, this really ties into what Riku was talking about earlier, where, you know, VTubing is kind of this opportunity to, you know, tell your own story in a sort of like, you know, fictionalized way. You know, and I think most of us in the scene are pretty cognizant of the fact that AI kind of, you know, runs in opposition to that. So yeah, I'm not terribly worried about our little pocket of the internet that is VTubing.
Yeah, it's interesting. I did a poll on my little post tab on this channel, and kind of like the take was like, AI music. What are your feelings about it? And I first choice was AI. I don't care if it's AI or not. If I like it, I like it. That was choice one. Choice two was like the vocals need to be real, but the backing track can be AI. Then the next one was like, I don't know, I had like a few different choices. And ultimately what it came out to was the last choice was human-made music only for me was the idea. And out of, I think I had 3,000 votes, which was kind of a decent cross-section to look at. It was 82% said human only, please. 82% out of that. And then it was like 9% was the next one, which was like, I don't care. If I like it, I like it. So there are definitely going to be people that'll listen to it for sure and not care. But by and large, as far as the cross section of my community here, it's like these are people that really care about human beings getting to continue to make art and be artists, you know. So I'm right there with all of that. So very cool. Okay. Oh, like I have to say, I am dying to listen to more of it, but I think what I can do, maybe I'll just save these as separate single reactions, because when I do reactions, I like to really get into it. And there is a lot going on in this one, Riku. So Oh, ooh, okay. We're gonna put a pin
Thank
in
you.
this. I have a feeling people are gonna get me to. They'll be bugging me to check that out. So, why don't we pause? We'll pause on that one now. Thank you. That was amazing. I have a million things I could already say about it, but it really cool. Now let's go over to let's check out. Now, Daryl, we've got a chance for you to share a little bit about this. Myth's bad ending. We're going to be just checking out the end of it here, but tell us a little bit about this work and give us some background on it if you could, please.
Yeah, so this is a fan-made animation, kind of like a short film that was the brainchild of a artist animator named Mazumaro, and he'd sort of been posting work in progress teasers of this animation on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And those got a lot of traction within the Hololive fan crowd, myself included.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually started off by doing my own kind of reimagining of what the music would sound like, and I would kind of post those in response to his his little teasers. And then one day I messaged him and I was like, hey, if you would like to use the music that I have been making, just sort of as a fan project in response to your fan project, then by all means, please feel free. And then, he was like, why don't you just compose the soundtrack for it?
Wow.
And so, yeah, that was a really big, I think that was probably a pretty big career defining moment for me. Cool. Yeah, so this project really was born just completely out of the love of Hololive, Holomyth specifically, which is sort of the group of VTubers that this body of work is centered around. So yeah, I think I think the music might do a better job of communicating all that than I can describe.
Oh, boy. This looks like quite a... So we're just going to be checking out the end of it here. But this, just so you all know, this is a 12-minute work with amazing animations. And ooh, we have a lot of VTuber music to check out. This is exciting. But here we go. We're going to check it out just the couple minutes at the end here. Okay, here we go. This production. Wait. That is not enough. That is not enough. Come on. Oh my God. Hold on.
I think we should see some of the fight scenes in the middle as well.
Okay, yeah. I feel very unsatisfied here. That was so amazing. I need more. I'm sorry. What? Hold I gotta hear more of that crazy middle. What? Listen to this.
I love this part so much. It's like my favorite bit.
This is so badass. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Tim, I would really love to hear your thoughts on the whole thing at some point.
Yeah, I need to listen to this whole. This is just. Oh my god!
But I guess to give you a little bit of context and background, so this whole animation kind of the story here is that Ina, who is kind of her VTuber character, is that she's kind of this normal girl who is also the vessel of this kind of ancient eldritch
this her here?
god kind of thing. Yeah. So
Okay.
oh no, sorry, that's Gargura, which is
Okay.
he's kind of like a shark from Atlantis.
Oh my god! So okay, let me see. Can I get to
But,
the other person?
yeah,
The-
so kind of like the plot line is that the eldritch being within Ina has kind of gone out of control, so her friends are trying to fend that thing off, so she doesn't destroy the universe. And the girl at the end is actually Amelia Watson, who was my favorite Hololive VTuber.
what?
And the really funny thing about that ending part, the last 2 minutes, is that Amelia Watson, during her streams, she actually graduated, which basically is like the VTuber way of saying that she no longer streams as that character.
Interesting.
Yeah, so she kind of retired that persona.
Okay.
But when she was active, she had this really silly background music track that was kind of this sort of like, I don't know, kind of, yeah, silly, I guess, piano piece. That kind of silly melody served as the basis for that track at the very end.
Interesting.
And so I had this really last minute idea of, kind of taking that silly motif and building this kind of epic cinematic Hollywood kind of, piece around it. And it somehow worked out.
There's so much depth in like all of this composition, because like almost all of these almost every single section of this animation where you have one character fighting another, the music that Daryl composed is like some reworking of that character's like either original song or their like theme music, and it's all been like transformed into these different styles, and then Daryl's like injecting her own compositions around all of that as well. It's so cool.
Yeah, honestly, getting to work on this project is like, it's like going to a buffet for film composers. There's just so much motif, like material, to work with.
Isn't that fast? Like that was something I noticed with Epic the Musical, was that Jorge, when he wrote, I mean, the amount of leitmotif work that he did in that, it's like every song has like 4 different quotes to other musical things inside of it. And that's like, oh, I love that it's so, everything comes full circle, right? I mean, that really is a technique from Wagner, like back in the day, Wagnerian operas, that now is just, it's a common part of digital animated music. Like, what is happening? Oh, that's so cool. And oh my God. So the two of you, both of these songs are outrageously cool. This is the kind of stuff, like on my channel, I've been doing music for so long. I love things that push out a little bit, that are a little bit, advanced harmonically experimental, like ooh, like so. What I guess my question for both of you is, when I'm listening to these, the level of production is just outrageous, and to think that it's you're doing orchestral works here. This, how are you getting these to sound at this level of production? I guess is really my question. Is this, do you both have chops in mixing music production? Are you working with amazing people? Is this a combination of like synthetic and organic instruments? And how are you doing this? Because it's so good.
A little bit of all of those things.
Okay.
in all honesty, yeah. Like, but I mean, both myself and Daryl are also producers. So we, as well as like composing our own music, we mix and master our music too. And when it comes to the like orchestral stuff, both of us for a long time have had to learn how to get the best out of sample libraries to get what we're going for. Daryl especially is incredible at that. All of that last one that we just watched, Myth's Bad Ending, is sample orchestra. But when it comes to working with real orchestras, that's only something that for both of us has been a realistic opportunity in the last year, less than a year, really.
Not just about.
Wow.
So for both of us, it's been like a dream come true. For Libera, we had this opportunity come through from Hoyoverse, and there was a very, very tight deadline of about 2 months to do it in, from when they asked us to do it to when it was supposed to be released. They didn't ask us to do anything with a real orchestra. We just decided that's what we wanted to do. And I decided that I wanted to do something special within my community where I'm from Birmingham, England.
Okay, cool.
And so in collaboration with a local studio that's been running for absolute decades and is owned by a charity, and in collaboration with a bunch of music schools in the area, and with a community orchestra and a local choir, I managed to put together a team of people to do a fully Birmingham, England production for this big international video game piece. And we even filmed a little behind the scenes documentary as well called Trailblazers, which is on Rita Kamishiro's channel, so you can see like the real behind the scenes of it. But for me, that was just I really wanted to highlight all of the incredible musicians and educators and everyone in my city who I've had the privilege of knowing and working with over so many years, and kind of shine them on this stage.
That's brilliant. Wow, that's so cool. So that's full. So is it pretty a large part of that one then is real orchestra then?
Yeah, Libera is almost entirely real orchestra with a couple of samples here and there. But yeah, and then for Music Box of Fate, Daryl got to work with another orchestra as well.
Yep, that was Budapest Scoring Orchestra.
How do you feel at one thing when I did some orchestrating on the musical that I wrote? It's tricky. Tricky getting everything right for them. And I noticed also I conducted, when I first moved out here to like the tri-state area, I conducted and was music directing a musical cabaret up at a community college. And it was an amazing performance. But then they were like, Tim, can you conduct it? And I'm like, I'm a singer. I'm not a conductor, but I ended up conducting, and they were very gracious with me about it. But it's like, the whole getting into the minutia of orchestration is very complicated. It's like a field of study at school, kind of. Like, how did you go, Daryl? How did you get from being a self-taught musician to orchestrating for orchestras? Like, how do you feel at that skill acquisition? Like, how did you get to a place of feeling comfortable doing that and working with people like that?
This might sound like a bit of a silly answer, but I think it really just came down to thinking about it a lot. A lot of active listening. When whenever I do listen to orchestral pieces to kind of study up, just thinking really deeply about what everything is doing, not just harmonically, but sort of like its bigger role as it serves the entire piece.
Right.
And I think that once you kind of develop that taste for what how certain orchestral instruments make you feel, right? Then a lot of the finer details just kind of come a lot more naturally. So yeah, I think I probably think about orchestration more than the average person.
Yeah, okay. I could see, yeah, well, yeah, it's because you're like, we're talking to someone who would go to orchestras taking notes on her phone of all the way instruments made her feel. Okay, so we're not dealing with someone who's, your average interest in orchestration. You had a special interest in it, of course, for sure. So we're seeing that shine through, I guess. But wow, yeah. So I'm so excited to check out both of those works. You both are brilliant. Those were super amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, next one. Now we're going to give a full listen to this one. Now, for those of you who are Otto fans, who are in, like to watch me break down Otto stuff, we're going to have fun with this one. This is, I've already broken down Aishita, which is the Japanese cover by Otto, but we've got now, tell me a little bit about this. So this is Nerissa Ravencroft. Holo Live. So this is the Holo Live you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Nerissa and why we're looking at this song.
Yeah. So Nerissa Ravencroft is part of Holo Live English, the kind of English branch, and this was her a song that she released when she debuted a couple of years ago. It is a not only a cover of Aishita 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 by Kikuo, the Vocaloid producer, but it is also Nerissa's own English lyrics
cool.
as well. So
like she'd written this, right? Wow. She'd written the English version lyrics, right? Because
yeah. From what I remember, right? And this is I wanted to show you this. I didn't realize that you'd already heard like the Ado version of this, but I think that's really, really cool that you have a reference point for it.
Yeah.
But there's a real like overlap between, like I mentioned earlier, the VTuber community and the Vocaloid community and the Japanese idol community. And I think this song like really shows all of those things kind of like coming together in this kind of way. It's really interesting, like adapting Japanese melodies and Japanese lyrics into English, because the two languages work so differently from like the way that melodies scan and everything. And I feel like the way that the melody is adapted and the English lyrics are adapted to this are done like so well. And then Nerissa's performance of this is also like phenomenal, but stands apart from the Ado version. It's very different. So I'm really interested to see what you think of it.
I looked at the lyrics the credits just now, and yeah, so Nerissa Ravencroft also did write the English translated lyrics.
Cool.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the credits. I've got them scrolled up here. We've got. You guys can see it, right? You can see it there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vocals. All right. English trans lyrics. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's kind of like a translation lyrical, because that's a thing, is that people don't realize there's a lot of artistry that goes into realizing something from one language into another in a poetic way. It's a very tricky thing to do, because when you're dealing with word order and meanings from languages, it gets very, very complicated. So good on her doing that. Awesome. Okay, let's check this out. This will be fun. Okay, here we go.
Far away world was a collar that cooled like a snake. I want someone, please. I need someone, please. So I listened close as it howled in me. Please don't be angry and please don't abandon myself tightly, daily and nightly. Only with praise would it loosen its hold. I placed in the top of my class. There's no one left for me to surpass. Don't I look cute in this dress? I really, really must confess, it's tightening round my neck. Give me your love, all of your love. Give me your love, all you can conjure up. Give me your love, all of your love, till you come out with ecstasy. All of the hurt, all of the ache, help me escape. Take it all, take it away. Is there no end to this time?
Interesting. She kept it headier up there. That was so cool. That
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, well, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So fascinating hearing this in English. Like,
Yeah.
this is different too. Those samples. Oh, listen to that bass.
All right.
What is this part?
Grow as you may, but the necklace will stay just as small as the day it was born. It's so suffocating, the endless placating. No one is ever enough. To anyone, always ranked number one. Aren't I a beautiful child? I'm better than her, I'm better than him. Oh, everyone come round and gawk at perfection. Meeting you right after school, I'm finally confessing to you. Ain't it too good to be true? A girl like me in love with you, who's miserable, vulgar, and crude. Give me your love, all of your love. Give me your love. You can have everything if I have you. I can have you. Shoulder my load, now yours to behold. Still not enough, you're not enough. Never enough, still I won't loosen my hold. Truly, I'm so sorry. Give me your love, all of your love. Give me your love, all you can conjure up. Give me your love, all of your love, till you come out with ecstasy. I know it hurts, only gets worse. Thought how it hurts, soon you'll be craving the pain. This is my happiness
This back end. Oh my God. That animation.
This is my happiness
Whoa! Oh my God! Wow!
So cool.
So interesting. You know, listening to the way that, like, this is way different. The backing, it sounds like to me, than the auto version. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a cool
It's a
arrangement,
complete
right? But
different.
it's,
Like, yeah.
yeah.
The vocally, you know, it's different too. Like, it's almost like, you know, the way that I think about singing is I think about it like this isn't a matter of right and wrong. It's a matter of what does that choice say different than that choice. You know, if we choose to do something in a different way, how is it saying something expressively different? You know, and I
Yeah.
think about Otto's version of the song when she goes up, da, 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 ah, like she goes into like a full-on like blood-curdling like heavy metal style scream.
Yeah.
And here we have Nerissa, when she goes into those high notes, she keeps it clean. And I think about the expressive contrast of that and how it's like, it's almost has like a different commentary on the song. Like it gives it this kind of like, almost like I'm smiling through the pain, you know, which is this song has a lot to do with that whole commentary on like society and how we have to act a certain way and, you know, conforming to society and the, the constraints of conformity eventually are like, it's like a collar. Like that's the whole symbolism of it, right? The choking of the collar is like this love me, I need to be perfect for the world type of a thing, And it's like Otto's take on it is like, ah! Like screaming with it. And Nerissa's take on it is kind of like this, like, everything's fine, everything's not fine. It's like there's a different take on it. It's a different commentary on the same song. So fascinating. The production stuff, I was blown, like
My class, there's
the amount of the intricacy of the amount of new production concepts every 3 seconds. It's like it's like that's the pieces that you both showed me, it's the same game. It's like we're talking about, this is like what I think about, like building a ship in a bottle. It's so meticulous, this work. Oh my God, let's listen. I want to listen to some of that backing stuff I was talking about.
your love, all you can conjure up, give me your love.
How many stacks of vocals there are too? Like how many takes? There's so many. We've got the main vocal, then we've got pan left, pan right. It's so thick.
All of your love till you come out with ecstasy. All of the hurt, all of the ache, help me escape. Take it away.
So she's kind of take it away. Like it's got this different type of abandon to it than take it away, like the way Otto. It makes sense though. It's just a different take on the idea, And
I think there's a part of like Nerissa's character that plays into this as well, because like whilst Adol, her kind of character in a way is someone who's a little bit more like unhinged and a little bit kind of like on the fringes of society. That's kind of like her kind of thing. Nerissa's kind of like character setting is someone who is a little bit like, you will love me because I tell you to. She's got this kind of commanding, dominant kind of presence to her. And
like she doesn't have to scream it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
not like she's not begging you to love her. She's telling you that to love her, right? And I think that kind of like that comes through in her performance of this, and it does like the song feels very different. I think it almost like the meaning of the song feels very different coming from these two performers.
I 100% agree. That was what was running through my mind the whole time listening to it. It's like, this is just a different take on this idea. It's a different personification of the concept. Oh my God. I mean, I could seriously the amount of complexity in this production and the sounds that are used, the performances, like the musicians that performed this are like the rhythm, like the drummer, for God's sakes, the rhythm of this is just is so outrageous. Like this part, those little snare hits.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And then we're somewhere else, right? It's like that whole thing existed for like 7 seconds, and then we're in a new world. Like here's like with that crazy bass one.
Yeah.
We got little xylophone. So the integration, like, and this is what, this is something that I've been noticing so much in the little bits of things you're showing me. It really is the fusion of real live played stuff, sampled stuff, synthesizers, live vocals, multiple takes. It's just kind of like kitchen sink. We use there's nothing that we can't use in making the sound, Like that's what it feels like. It's just so many musical resources are allowed to be used. I love that. It's like anything goes. It's like we can go anywhere, Oh,
there's a real I think it comes from there's a real maximalist approach to
that's the word.
Arrangement that comes from like Japanese songwriting and composition in particular, really.
On the nose.
That I think that's where all of this comes from in the VTuber world, in Vocaloid, and all of this. Like J-pop is really about maximalism in a way that like K-pop is more about minimalism in production. what's the biggest sound you can make out of as few things as possible is kind of K-pop. J-pop is very much the opposite.
That's a really insightful way to say it. That's very clever. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah, because I feel so when I listen to the J-rock I've listened to, and I've listened to a few, Guitaric Spin, I think was one I checked out.
I love Guitaric Spin.
Oh my God. Like, there's so many, it's like, it really is that every few seconds, it's like there is so much musical complexity in both the production, in the harmony, in the instrumentation use. It's so layered with delicious stuff to break down. It's really great for music reacting because it's like, except that for me, it's like I'm constantly like, Tim, shut up, don't go that deep, don't go that deep. They don't want to hear you go that deep. Like half of the time, that's what I'm doing. It's like over on Patreon, I'm like, okay, guys, I'm going deep on this one. You're gonna have to sit through an hour on this one song. It's like that. Anyway, all right. So we've got one more. I mean, we could keep going on that, but let's leave that one there now. So this is our last one to check out together. And this is a song you said that is pretty popular in the VTuber community. Hoshimachi Suisei. It's a song Stellar. Give me some info about this. This is from the first take, which is where it's kind of like one-shot takes that I forget where the studio is in the world where they do that. But maybe you could share a little bit about this artist and about this whole song here.
Suisei is a bit of a different situation. So she's a Hololive. She's with the Hololive Japan branch.
Okay.
And she actually, the character of Hoshimachi Suisei kind of existed before Hololive.
Okay.
And then that character was sort of adopted into the company, and she does a lot of her own. She's very much a visionary in addition to being a singer. And I think Stellar is, how do I say this? I think that it's one of the most iconic VTuber songs because of how much it resonates with a lot of people, myself included, of course. And really interestingly, if you ever get a chance to listen to the original version, that also does very much play into the whole J-pop maximalism concept that Riku was talking about. Whereas this performance is a lot more stripped down. But I think both versions of the song have their own merits. But definitely looking forward to what you have to say about this version because it is very focused on her vocals.
Is it from an actual a show or anything in particular that was? I'm looking here. It says episode 284. Welcome. So in Hololive, she came on and performed this. Was it excerpted from a particular show? This song or
no? It was just from her first album, I believe.
Okay. Okay. So she released an album as Hoshimachi Suisei. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
and
cool.
actually, and since this came out, she's gone on to have like massive chart success in Japan with other songs like Bibbidi Ba, which is a very fun song. But this song was kind of her, and actually this performance on the first take was a little bit of her first kind of breakthrough, not just like slightly out, like getting outside of the VTuber kind of space and into a little bit more of the consciousness in pop consciousness in Japan and kind of throughout the world of people kind of interested in J-pop and stuff. So she's kind of been exploding even more since then. She's done like massive headline shows was it Budokan in Tokyo, I think? She did like a big like headline stadium show just earlier this year, I believe. So fascinating.
So, okay, I have so many questions about the logistics of that. I'm going to save those now. Like, well, how is she project? Is she actually there? How does it work with the screen? How do you work with the person? Like, I mean, like...
You wait till you watch this video. You're going to have so many questions.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Here we go. So we've got Hoshimachi Suisei Stellar from the first take. Let's do it. We're gonna jump in. What? What? You can even hear her feet. Wait. Oh my God. Look, she has like real headphones on, but her animated self. Was she there?
Detail.
Was she there at the space, or was this all? Well, I'll save it for after. I'm sorry. I'm already wondering. Hold on, we'll watch for it. Wow.
だって僕は星だからステラステラ君はもう気づいていた僕の心の奥で書いたそれがこれから話す陳腐なモノローグさずっと言えない言葉があった壊せない壁があったんだずっとさふっと香り立つ朝の匂いがどうしようもなく憎らしくて部屋の隅で膝を抱えて震えていた太陽なんていらないからあげないでいてその手を伸ばして誰かに届くように僕だって君と同じ特別なんかじゃないからそうさ僕は夜をだよステラステラありったけの輝きで今宵音楽はずっと止まないそうだ僕がずっと泣いたかったのは待ってるシンデレラじゃないさ迎えに行こうおじさまだだって僕は星だからありふれた話なんだ理想だけ書き連ねていたノートの隅に眠る本のワンシーンだきっとあの星も泣いてるんだ明日なんて来ないままでいてその手を伸ばして誰かに届くように本当に大切なものは目に見えないみたいなんだそうさ僕は夜をだよステラステラありのまま考えないで今宵音楽はきっと止まないそうだ僕がずっと泣いたかったのは愛くないヒロインじゃないさ世界に行くヒーローだ夢見がちなおとぎ話おとぎ話そうさ僕は夜をどよステラステラありったけの輝きで今宵音楽はずっと止まないそうさ僕は愛をだよステラステラ世界宇宙の真ん中で今宵音楽はきっと止まないそうだ僕がずっと泣いたかったのは待ってるシンデレラじゃないさ迎えに行くおじさま
that hit me. That got me in the feels with the goosebumps at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh wait, I gotta see. Was there what else happens at the end here? Hold on.
I don't know what state Daryl is in right now, but like I can't hear that song without choking up and tearing up. Like,
God. The emotional space of that song is so vulnerable and it's so sweet, and there's so much the longing space. Her singing too, such emoting. I mean, like what I think when I talk about singing, like what makes great singing? You know, I think about it like. It has to do with appropriate vocal use for whatever the expressive demands are in that moment for the song, and every given moment of the song, combined with whatever the stylistic sort of confines are of that you're working in. So it's like the style and emotion. Like what's great singing? Well, it's making the right sound for what's being expressed in the moment, in the style you're working in. You know, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And it's about emotional, emotional portrayal, and her expression in her singing is just like, and this a cappella start. Oh my god, it's so. It's very raw. It's just very right out there, and so much of her singing is flipping. There's a lot of like she accentuates that snap between, in voice pad we call it TA dominance to CT dominance, thyroarytenoid dominance. Thyroarytenoid is the muscle that makes your voice brass, have that bop bop, that brassy beltiness in it. And when you release the TA into CT, cricothyroid, that's the tendon that the one that stretches to change the pitch of the vocal folds. And when we're more CT dominant, we're in our light mechanism sound. A lot of musical theater singing is all about learning how to seamlessly without showing any flips or breaks in your voice.
Yeah.
In a style like this, it's about accentuating the break, kind of like the way we yodel a little bit. Yodeling, you kind of lean into that snap. She uses that for dramatic effect. Otto does the same thing too. So if you listen with the way she starts, she's kind of flippy into her light mechanism, and then she goes, that last note.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And then we switch in. Oh, it's so good. Let's keep listening. And then you hear the little release. Like there's a little bit of a release off that's like a little angsty release of the note.
There's a really big one in this next part, I think. Like in the instrumental bit, she does this huge like flip up.
Yeah. Let's check that out. This next part here.
Yeah,
let's check it out. All of this piano, guitar, right there.
Yeah.
So she's like that was like a B. Wow, that's high. That's high to be flipping up and back. Did she flip back in on the B? And then she came back. It's one thing to flip. It's one thing to flip out of brass to wind, from brassy to windy voice. It's a whole other thing to go from and like switch back into your brass. The voice doesn't like doing that. And the way she does it like it's not hard.
Yeah.
You know? Right there. That last note. And then she has a little flip off at the end too. Wow, she's a really coordinated vocalist. Wow. Have you guys worked with her at all? Either of you?
I wish.
She is like the I think the dream for both of us to
really?
one day be able to
Well,
do.
maybe we can make it happen here. We'll push out. Everybody, we're looking for a collab for Starlight Wonder right here. Hoshimachi Suisei, if you know any ins, come on, connect us.
It's funny because like myself and Daryl, like you can see from like our character designs, we're both like in this like blue and yellow kind of like starry kind of like theme, and like Suisei has the exact same like color scheme, and and Suisei's name is like like her Japanese meaning of her name is all about like stars and comets and stuff, and Starlight Daryl and Starlight and Wonder, and it's like
It's meant to
you
be.
can tell that we're both massive Suisei fans. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, could we say it's a star-crossed potential experience coming? Pun intended.
I like that.
Oh my
I like that
God,
too.
it's so fun. So fun. And these chords, like, it does give me a little bit of like a musical theater. There's a little bit of a musical theater feeling I get from this, from the harmony. You know, whenever we think about contemporary commercial music, it's a very different harmonic chord progression structure than when we start getting into orchestral music or musical theater. There's a lot more room in theatrical styles, as you guys know, like for more complexity in the harmony in the chord changes and things that we do. And I'm hearing a lot of that here, because for a second, as I was listening, I was wondering, like, is this going to even follow conventional song form? Like, are we going to get a verse and a pre-chorus and a chorus? And I did feel like we did get, you know, it felt like a chorus. When we start singing the stellar part, it felt like we were more in like the chorus of the song. But the sections are, you know, not conventional, I would say, to normal song form exactly. And I found that very interesting listening through. This song is really gorgeous. And I mean, really, one of the biggest things that was just hitting me was like, my God, she's so expressive. Her singing has such a raw, emotional sort of, it's just right there, you know?
Yeah. And as a songwriter, one thing I love about this as well is that like Suisei writes pretty much all of her own lyrics as well. And the meaning of this song is like so personal to her journey of like, and I think me and Daryl like really resonate with this. Like Suisei was someone who had tried for many, many, many years to make it successful as an idol. Like before she became a VTuber, she was trying to be an idol and just couldn't make a break into the industry.
Yeah.
And this song is really about her not only like talking through her struggle and her dreams and her journey, but also the acceptance of herself as like, I am a star, like saying to herself, like those affirmations that she kind of has by the end of the song of like, you know, this is who I am meant to shine like a star.
That line just utterly destroys me every time.
I'm literally like, I've got tears in my eyes right now.
Oh
I'm like,
God, yeah, that. Oh my
and
God.
it ties into what I was saying about like the line between the fictional and the real, because the Hoshimachi Suisei, the character, is the comet themed, star themed idol, right? So for her to then say I am a star, and for the double meaning that then has, is just like, oh, it's so powerful. Yeah, right. It's so powerful. I freaking love VTubers, man.
Oh, this is so fun. Well, I'm thankful I get to hang out with you all and talk about this and get exposed to this world. And, you know, I get to celebrate this world with you all on the channel. And it's such a, you know, beautiful thing that's emerging. And I mean, my God, this is so amazing. Wow, my brain is swimming from this. I will definitely be doing some reacting to music with VTubers and talking about and having more of the community on and getting more informed about it. I love the idea that we can do this here, and it's such a beautiful thing. You two are so beautiful, and you've made some amazing art, and it looks like you're just getting started kind of here with this new adventure. So I'm excited for what's next for you. Do you have any collabs coming up that you can tell us about, or is that something you got to wait until it drops, which I'm totally fine with too? But do you have anything to share that you have coming up with that you'd like to talk about?
Ooh,
I think all of it is like stuff we've got to keep under wraps for now.
Well, we'll wait. That's fine. Don't say anything you shouldn't. Then that's totally cool.
But there are cool things coming up for sure.
Yay! Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that, I mean, unless we're just going to plan on I feel like we could take the rest of the day and just keep going and checking out stuff. But I think that we need to stop at some point here. Maybe we'll have another conversation like this. This was so fun to meet you two. I am so impressed with what you have going on, and I'm so impressed with the energy of the VTuber community. And I can see from talking with you two that you're an extension of that energy. And I'm just so honored to get to celebrate this incredible new stuff that's emerging with you all. And so don't hesitate to reach out to me, if there are things you want me to check out. I mean, we're connected now. I'm excited about that. And this is a note for those of you out in the community. Give them some love. This is their website right here that you can see. I'm pulling it up. You can check out. They've got stuff. Oh, look at you guys. Oh, so cool. So check out if you are a musician and maybe you want to connect with them, or you're looking for music. This is their website. It's been an honor. It's been an honor having you two on the channel. So thanks so much for coming on and joining us and helping teach me and anyone in my community that doesn't know much about the VTuber community. I feel like we know a little bit more now to get started, and it certainly won't be the last on the channel. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us, Tim. And when you released your Music Box of Fate reaction video, the fact that you took the time in that video to actually go onto our website and look into who we were, and it meant so much to us. I screamed out loud at my phone screen when that happened. I couldn't believe it. It's so kind of you to do that, and it's been such a pleasure to get to know you and talk VTubers with you.
Yes, yeah. Well, let's do this again sometime. I'm definitely open to it. So it's been my pleasure. All right. Well, we'll stop here. Thanks so much. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe if this is your first time here. So much more to come with the VTuber world and really exciting stuff from Starlight and Wonder coming soon too. So talk to you all soon. Cheers.